How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Sailing the Grand Line. Today we're diving into the world of the One Piece live-action series, and trust me, there's a lot to be excited about. From fresh updates on Season 2 to early whispers about Season 3, let's get into it. So let's start with the big one. Netflix recently shared a behind-the-scenes clip featuring Callum Kerr and Julia Redwald, the actors set to play Smoker and Tashigi. In the video, the two talked about how they landed their roles and what it's been like bringing these iconic characters to life. And honestly, their chemistry looks fantastic. Seeing them riding that billow bike together, it's pure magic. What's even more impressive is that Netflix actually built a real billow bike for the show. They could have easily gone with CGI, but instead they're leaning heavily into practical effects this season. And that's the kind of dedication that makes this adaptation feel so authentic. Season 2 looks like it's going to be incredible, but here's where it gets even more exciting. Season 3 is already moving forward. According to recent reports, filming for Season 3 is expected to kick off November 24th, 2025, and wrap up around June 19th, 2026. That means if everything stays on track, we might not have to wait too long between new seasons, which is great news for fans who want to keep the momentum going. And if Netflix gives the green light for Season 4 soon after, they could roll right into production without missing a beat. Basically, we might always have a new One Piece season waiting in the wings. Now, Netflix also dropped a new teaser online. A short but striking GIF captioned, "Razor glasses, straw hats, our search for the One Piece continues." The clip seems to tease scenes from Whiskey Peak, and I've gotta say, it looks stunning. That arc is a major highlight in the early Grand Line saga, and it's where Zoro really gets his moment to shine. I can already tell those fights are going to be top tier in live action. And speaking of iconic locations, we finally got a look at Reverse Mountain. Netflix posted an image with the caption, "A place where the dreams of pirates are crushed before they even begin." And wow, it looks menacing. The roaring waters, the chaotic currents, it's exactly how I imagined it would look. The shot even includes a warning, "Brace for impact." It's clear the Going Merry's first Grand Line voyage is going to be an intense, visually stunning sequence, and I can't wait to see it brought to life. From what we've seen so far, Season 2 seems less about reintroducing characters and more about world building. Season 1 laid the foundation, we met the crew, understood their dreams, and saw the start of their journey. But now, Season 2 looks ready to open up the world of One Piece. The islands, the seas, the mysteries, and the incredible lore that makes this story so legendary. It's going to be about exploring, discovering, and pushing deeper into the Grand Line. And that's exactly what fans have been waiting for. Now, here's where things get a little fun. I decided to ask a few people who haven't watched anime or read the manga what they thought might happen in Season 2 based solely on the trailer. And their theories were wild. One of my fans is convinced that the Straw Hats actually shrink in Season 2. He pointed out that the buildings in the trailer look enormous, the ocean looks massive, and there's even a giant figure in one of the shots. His theory? The Straw Hats didn't meet a giant, they were shrunk by a devil fruit user. I asked how that would even work, and he said, "I don't know, but look at the cacti, they're huge. The ship looks smaller too." I've got to admit, it's a hilarious theory, but hey, if you've never seen One Piece, I can see how that logic might track. Another guy had an equally bold take. He thinks Smoker will join the Straw Hat crew. His reasoning? He looks cool. That's it. He said every crew needs an older, wiser member, and Smoker fits the bill perfectly. I didn't have the heart to correct him, but let's just say if you know One Piece, you know that's not exactly how things go. And then there are some people who believe Santa Claus will appear in Season 2. Yes, you heard that right. He swears there's a Christmas theme in the trailer. He paused the video at a frame showing Usopp and pointed at a red chair in the background, saying, "That's Santa's chair." Then he spotted what he thought were candy canes and insisted this must be a Christmas Wonderland arc. But wait, it gets better. He believes the man with white hair in the trailer is Santa's son, who will play a key role in the story. According to him, Season 2 will revolve around Santa and the White Wonderland. I tried not to laugh too hard, but honestly, it's kind of fun hearing these theories from people seeing One Piece through a completely fresh lens. The fact that the show's visuals are sparking this kind of imagination is actually a good sign. It means they're capturing that same sense of wonder that the anime and manga are known for. Now, let's talk about some of the most exciting new images from the One Piece live-action Season 2, featuring none other than Laboon and a few other iconic moments that have fans absolutely buzzing. So let's dive in. Netflix recently dropped a new photo with the caption, "That's no mountain, it's a whale." And sure enough, there he is, Laboon in all his glory. The moment I saw it, I got chills. The sheer size, the detailing, the scars, everything about it feels powerful and emotional. It perfectly captures that mix of awe and melancholy that makes Laboon's story so memorable. The design looks both terrifying and beautiful, but still unmistakably One Piece. This is exactly what I hoped for when imagining how they'd bring the Grand Line to life. Another photo that Netflix shared gives us a side profile of Laboon, and it's breathtaking. You can really appreciate his scale. Look at that lighthouse in the background, completely dwarfed by his size. And the red wall itself? It looks stunning, with intricate textures that make the world feel so alive and tangible. This is the kind of world building that fans have been craving. These little glimpses into the live-action Grand Line show just how much effort and love the production team is pouring into every frame. Netflix captioned this one, "The Grand Line's first challenge is a big one," and they couldn't have said it better. For anyone who knows the story, the Grand Line truly begins with Laboon, a test not just of strength, but of heart. And that's not all. Another image posted by One Piece Netflix features Crocus, the lighthouse keeper himself, relaxing in his chair. At first glance, it's a calm, cozy scene, but when you look closer, there's so much detail hiding in plain sight. In the newspaper he's reading, you can spot the headline, "Alabasta Princess Still Missing." That's a brilliant little nod to what's coming next, a perfect piece of foreshadowing for the Alabasta saga. And that's not the only hidden gem in the picture. Look toward the background and you'll notice something that looks a lot like Gol D. Roger and his crew. Whether it's a flashback or a symbolic reference, it's an incredible Easter egg for longtime fans who followed the story since the very beginning. Netflix captioned that post, "Even while tending to his duties, Crocus never takes his eyes off the tides of the world." It's such a poetic way to describe this moment. Crocus quietly reading, keeping up with the world, but still connected to the era of the Pirate King. Also, there are a collection of new images showing Crocus standing aboard the Going Merry, revealing what lies deep inside Laboon. And honestly, it looks stunning. You can see the remains of an old shipwreck floating inside, a haunting reminder of the past. The production team really nailed the atmosphere, from the yellow-green tint of the stomach acid to the detailed organic lining of the whale's interior walls. It's eerie, fascinating, and somehow still feels perfectly One Piece. Now, one detail that stands out, we don't see Crocus' usual island home inside Laboon like in the anime and manga. That sparked some speculation. Maybe the live-action team decided to change things up, having Crocus live aboard a shipwreck instead, or perhaps in a smaller setup rather than a house. It's a creative twist that might help the scene feel more grounded and realistic in live action, while still keeping the emotional connection between Crocus and Laboon intact. The actor playing Crocus also gave a brief comment about his role, saying he feels a deep, powerful connection to the extraordinary whale. That alone tells me he really dove into the source material and understands the bond between these two characters. It's great to see that kind of respect for the story from the cast. It gives me even more confidence in this adaptation. Netflix's One Piece account also dropped another image showing the Straw Hat crew gathered by the lighthouse, chatting with Crocus. You can see Luffy doing what he does best, eating of course, while the rest of the crew listens in. The scene looks warm, lively, and full of that classic Straw Hat energy. And if you look closely, Usopp has something really cool strapped to his arm, a small but stylish little detail that fans immediately noticed online. The visuals across the board are jaw-dropping. From the way the light hits the water inside Laboon to the intricate set design around Reverse Mountain, it's clear the team spared no expense in making this world feel alive. Still, some fans have started speculating that maybe Crocus won't actually live inside Laboon in the live action, that his role might be slightly altered. But honestly, I'm not worried. Everything we've seen so far suggests that the production team deeply understands the tone and emotion of One Piece, even when they make small creative changes. One thing's for sure, the live-action Grand Line is shaping up to be something truly special. So what do you think? Which moment are you most excited to see in Season 2? Whiskey Peak, Reverse Mountain, or maybe something entirely new? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Sailing the Grand Line. We'll catch you next time, and remember, the journey through the Grand Line is only just beginning. Peace out, everyone.